Hello students, in the last session we learnt about the separation of sodium and chloride in water. Now we are going to learn about the flow of electrons in water. Okay, have you ever tested an LED with water? Let us test it now. For this experiment, you will need a breadboard. So this is called a breadboard. We will learn it in the upcoming sessions. So we will use it now, and we will have a battery. So this is a 1.5 volt battery. This is a AA size battery. You can get it easily, and you need some wires. You will need an LED light. So this is an LED bulb. So LED means light emitting diode. Okay, so we will learn about the LED more in the upcoming sessions. So just have a look at this LED. So if you have a look at this LED, you can find that one of the leads are longer and the another lead is shorter. So while using the LED, you should remember that the longer lead is the positive terminal of the LED and the shorter lead is the negative terminal of the LED. So this battery will also contain a positive terminal and a negative terminal. So you can also find it. So this bulged tip is positive terminal of the battery and this flattened tip is the negative terminal of the battery. So you can see it. Okay, so in order to make this LED glow, you need to connect the positive terminal of this battery to the positive terminal of this LED. Okay, so similarly you should connect the negative terminal of this LED to the negative terminal of this battery. So we will make these connections through this breadboard. So we will learn more about this breadboard in the upcoming sessions. So just watch it how we are going to connect it. Students, first you should take the breadboard and connect this LED like this. So the two leads are placed in horizontal manner so that these two leads are separated with a space. So this line is not connected with the lines next to them, and hence these two leads are separated. Okay, so we will learn how to connect it in more detail in the upcoming sessions. So but for now you just keep it in your mind. In a breadboard, the vertical lines are connected to each other and the horizontal lines are not connected to each other. That is, in this vertical line, each and every dot is connected to each other, so that if you place an LED light like this, okay, then this is a wrong connection because these two terminals will be connected on the same point. So if we provide any supply voltage to these leads, both the leads will get the same voltage and same polarity. So we should not place the LED like this. Okay, this is a wrong connection. We should place the LED like this in the horizontal manner. Okay, so just keep it in your mind. We will learn more about this breadboard in the upcoming sessions. For now, you just remember that you should place the LED like this, and take a wire, just connect it. Okay, you can now see that I have connected one of the leads in this vertical column and another lead in this column. So all the dots in this column are connected, and hence this wire will be connected to this lead. And similarly, all the dots in this column are connected, and hence this lead will be connected to this wire. Okay, so now let us check which is the positive lead and which is the negative lead. So which lead is little longer? Can you find it? Okay, it looks more or less similar. Okay, so let's make it closer. Okay, can you see that this is little bend, and so this is the bend one is the longer lead. Okay, the shorter lead is straight one. Okay, so I am choosing the longer lead to be connected to the red wire because it is positive. So longer lead is positive and shorter lead is negative. So I am choosing this red wire for a longer lead and brown wire for the negative, that is the shorter lead. Okay, so now let us have a check with the battery. So how to check it? We already seen that the flattened end is the negative. So this brown colored wire is the negative terminal, and this bulged tip is the positive terminal of the battery, and this red wire is the positive terminal of the LED. So I'm going to connect it. Why the light is not glowing? I have connected the positive terminal to the positive terminal of the LED and the negative terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the LED. Yet the light is not glowing. Why? Because the LED light requires 3 volt, but this battery can provide only 1.5 volts. So what is the voltage? Okay, we will learn about voltage in the upcoming session. So now what is the solution for this? How we can make the LED glow? To make this LED on, we need another 1.5 volt battery, so that if two batteries are connected in series, then the output will be 3 volt, so that this LED light can glow. Okay, let us check it now. Now I have 2 batteries, so let us connect them in series. So in order to connect them in series, we need to connect the positive terminal of one battery to the negative terminal of the another one. You can see this. So I have connected like this. This is a serial connection. We will learn about serial and parallel connections in the upcoming sessions. So just watch it now. Okay, now we have to connect these 2 wires to the positive and negative terminal of the batteries. So can you watch it now? The light is glowing now. So if we provide 3 volt to this LED, then this LED is glowing. Okay, I have connected the positive terminal to the positive terminal of this battery and the negative terminal of the LED to the negative terminal of another battery, and the positive terminal and negative terminal of these 2 batteries are connected like this. So this is a serial connection. So in this connection, the voltage is added, that is 1.5 volt battery is connected to another 1.5 volt battery in order to provide 3 volt. Okay, now let's check the conductivity of water. To test the conductivity of water, we have taken some distilled water. So what is distilled water? It is the purest form of water obtained by the process of condensation. So water is evaporated and then water vapor is then cooled down to form water again. So that is called distilled water. So it will be the most purest form of water. So let's check what will happen if we use water as a conducting medium. Now I have taken some water in the bowl. So let's check. First, we have to connect the positive terminal of the LED to the positive terminal of the battery and use a insulation tape to make it constant. Now I am having the negative terminal and I am going to connect it to the negative terminal of the another battery. Now the negative terminal of one battery is connected to the negative terminal of the LED and the positive terminal of another battery is connected to the positive terminal of the LED. Now let us connect the two batteries. Okay, if we connect these two batteries together, that is, if we close the circuit, then the LED light is glowing. Now we will connect this negative terminal to a wire. And we will have another wire and we can connect it to this terminal. Now we have connected two wires to the positive and negative terminals of the two batteries. So if we connect these two wires, then the so now if we connect these two terminals, the light is glowing. So the circuit is closed if these two terminals are connected. Okay, let's check the conductivity of water by immersing these two conducting wires into the water. So now I have immersed these two terminals into the bowl and the LED is not glowing. So let's check it again by directly connecting these two wires. So if we directly connect these two wires, the LED light is glowing. But if we connect these two wires through water, okay, if we immerse these two wires into the bowl containing the water, the LED is not glowing. Why water is not conducting this electrical energy? Okay, so in order to conduct electrical energy, or in order to make the electrons flow, we need free electrons. So what is a free electron? The last session we learned that water contains H2O. It is a molecule containing two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So this molecule will always be in a neutral manner. So if we add any minerals into water, then the minerals will be separated by the force of attraction created by water molecules on that minerals. For example, NaCl. So let's take some salt. Now I have taken some salt. So let us check the conductivity of salt. I have taken these two terminals and I'm going to insert it inside the cup of salt. So what's happening now? Okay, It's not glowing. Okay, let's check. Now if you see this LED light, you can see there is a slight glow in the LED light when I dip this in salt. Can you see this? A small glow is found on the salt. So if we dip this wire into the cup of salt and the salt conducts a small amount of electron. So what does this mean? This means that salt, that is NaCl, contains a very few amount of free electrons. So what is a free electron? A free electron is a loosely bonded electron found in an atom. So NaCl contains some free electrons. Now I have inserted the terminals into the water bowl, but I have not mixed salt in this. So let's check the conductivity by looking on this LED. So I have mixed salt. Now you can see that the LED is glowing little brighter. So let us wait and let us dissolve this. Children, now the salt is well dissolved in water. Now these two wires are going to be dipped in water. So you can now watch it. The LED light is glowing. So the two wires are separated from each other, but they are connected through salt water. So what is the difference between the normal or the distilled water and the salt water? The salt water contains sodium and chloride ions. So chloride is nothing but chlorine atom having one extra electron that is obtained from sodium. So these extra electrons are called the free electrons. In general, a metal wire, a copper or aluminum or any other metal wire will have a lot of free electrons. So they will conduct electrical energy. That is, they can make these free electrons flow in a particular direction. So you can watch this. So if these two wires get in contact, okay, you can see that the LED is glowing much better because these two wires are connected directly. So it has lot of free electrons and hence the glow of this LED is more. So the potential of the battery is pulling these free electrons in a particular direction, and these free electrons are moving inside this LED light, and these electrons are making this LED light glow much brighter. So if we remove this connection, then the flow of electrons is stopped because the circuit is now open. So these two wires are separated. If we connect these two wires through this water, then the potential of the battery will force the free electrons inside the salt water to move in a particular direction and make it flow through this wire. So this will cause the LED light to glow, but the amount of free electrons in this water is not as equal as amount of free electrons in this wire. So the amount of free electrons is lower, the brightness of this LED is low. So if we have more electron flow, then the brightness of the LED will be more. So we will learn about the flow of electrons in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.